another week, another stream. So this week there's no Matt. Matt's going camping, or hunting. Sorry, not camping. So he will not be here this week. So hang on, let me make sure. Mic sounds good, right? You guys can hear me, right? Good, good. Check, check. Just want to make sure everything is up to par, because yesterday my mic wasn't working well when I was talking with Matt. So I just want to make sure you guys can hear me good. No, we didn't. He's not camping, he's hunting, but he's not fired. He'd be fired for other reasons, not for that. So, it's just me this week. I got some new products. I also have our web page up so I can kind of show around. Sounds pretty good? Alright, sounds great. So, I know one thing, we'll get started, that was actually requested through our Discord for us to get, and I think we already had it on order, and it just showed up in the time frame when we last talked. I don't remember who it was who asked, but we got in the Prema prep kits. So there are two different versions. There is this one for a new system that you are setting up, and then there is also for existing systems. So the difference between the two is existing comes with, okay, so they both come with the Rad Cleaner and the Prema Prep, but the new system comes with System Prep, and this comes with the Reboot. So I actually have it up. Which one? So this is for existing. They're both $22.95, which I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure you probably save probably like $4 or $5 easily on buying these over buying them individually. So it's just a nice way to clean your loop, basically like a blitz kit, of course, which I know people are more for over these, but just a nice another option for anybody that is a Prema fan. Most of the stuff I have tonight is Prema, to be honest. So next, we've been getting in a lot of their fittings. I have to admit, I'm not like the biggest Prema fan. I'm not against them in any way, shape, or form. Just, you know, I have my brands that I tend to use. But I do have to admit, one of my favorite things about Prema, and one of the reasons why I would use them, is their large amount of colors that they have. Not only in their fluids, their fittings, I believe they do their radiators also that way. We don't actually have their radiators for some reason. But like basically any product they have a color for it. So if you're trying to do an all blue build, there's like 4 different colored blues, 4 different colored reds, greens, there's at least like 3 or 4. I know there's at least 2 golds. They even have some like obscure colors, and then they also have like their normal like black nickel and whatnot. So I've got a few different fittings here. I was trying to get them all out. So we have like a normal basically 2 45s there that rotate, so it's one of their 90s, and of course this one is like super tight, hard to turn. But just a normal like chrome silver fitting that they consider. Nothing special. A lot of these, like, let me see, I think I have most of them up. So of course this one's not going to come up first. But I think most of these new fittings we got run anywhere between $9.95, and I think some of, like, the most expensive one was like $17.99, which I think was some of their 90s and some of these. But it just depends on like the color. The color changes price and whatnot. Is there any reason to use the cleanup prep if I'm putting new parts together? It's always good to clean your parts before you use them, just because the way, like especially radiators, what they use to store them, and so that way when they're sitting on shelves, they're not like oxidizing and stuff like that. It's always good to clean them before you use them. Just better safe than sorry. I've heard both, where people just use like the vinegar and distilled water and works great, and I've heard vice versa, where it's kind of a hit or miss, to be honest. So then we also got some red. It's like a nice, I think, which one is this? I don't know if this is like their candy red or I think this is their razor red. What is it? Yeah, this is like their razor red color. So it's like this really bright chrome, not really chrome, but glossy red. They also have some golds, which is a nice gold. I think the only other people that, I think Barrow makes a nice gold color, and then Bits Power, they have their true brass, which is honestly more of a gold. But there's just other options out there, and if you're trying to do, I mean, like, I'd say go with Prema Chill if you're really trying to do like a full color themed build, so that way you can get your 90s in blue or green or whatever. We have, I think, all the new fittings we have on our site. We have a, the way it works is they're drop down. I guess I can open one up since I do have the browser up. I think I had. So basically this is how it looks, and then you come here to the drop down. I can zoom in on this for you guys so that way you can see. But anyways, you can click on the drop down, and these are the colors that we currently have. I know that some of the listings, like I think this one, has every single color they offer. So there's like this Kawa green, and when you click on the color, it will pop up with the correct color. They got their lime yellows. So basically, you have tons of options. Purples. There is even like a magenta. There's a regular yellow compared to the lime yellow. Sky white. There's teal. I mean, just endless options on their colors. Yeah, KDS. I've never really heard anything bad about their fittings, to be honest. I mean, we've had their fittings for years. I don't really know what. I think Bits Power might have been one of the reasons why people kind of switched. I know Bits Power has been around forever. But we used to sell the heck out of them. These we sell pretty good. They just came in. But yeah, they make great fittings, great colors. Nothing really to say bad about them, to be honest. But these are these 90s were I believe these are the 15 mil ones. So we got like a 15 mil. There's like a 20 millimeter one, and then we also got like male to female and female to female. So I got like this female to female, and this is actually their I believe this is the TX black. I should have put these in some kind of order. Which one is it? Yeah, so this is their TX matte black. So it's not. I don't know if I can get it to focus over the fitting. So if you can tell, come on, focus camera. It's not going to want to focus again. But anyways, this actually has like a texture to it. So it's not, there it goes. Come on. But yeah, there's actually a texture to it. So it's not actually soft. It's actually got like this kind of gritty, I guess like rhino lined texture to it, which is actually pretty cool. They have these, I believe all their TX fittings are this. They're this like matted rough textured fittings. So they have like these in black, silver, blue, gunmetal. I believe all these have this like hard texture. Whoops. So they have like all this like textured style to it. Yeah, I would say they're probably pretty close to like the Optimus fittings. They do have that kind of, but I think these are a little more rough, like textured. I wish it would actually sit here and focus on it, but it doesn't really want to focus. Anyways, so there's options. Like I said, we have a handful of them on hand, and all these like 90s, and so we got like the female 90s. We got male to female rotary 90s. We got these quad 4-way fittings, and there's a few others that we got, like the snake style fittings, and there's a few others that we got in, but they're all listed with every color in here. Some of them that say no stock, you can basically pre-order it if you wanted to, and then we'll order X amount to carry on hand. Or if you want to, you could say, hey, I'm interested in these candy purple ones. Hit up our sales department, and we'll get them ordered and get them in for you guys. Next on my list, I do have some new Thermal Grizzly stuff. So we got the Thermal Grizzly Shield, which, as we've all decided, it's basically looks like fingernail polish. I mean, honestly, it might be pretty close in the sense. This is supposed to be used with the liquid metal. So you put this on to help prevent conductivity with your CPU. So it's supposed to help prevent it when you're using liquid metal and whatnot. I don't know anybody that's tested it. I know Matt's really not messed with a whole lot of liquid metal stuff when he's done it. But maybe, I mean, I don't really know how we would test it, to be honest, with it just being protecting against conductivity. Nice option. Let me see. I don't know price off the top of my head, but I probably could tell you pretty quick if our site would like to load. And then we've also got in this Thermal Grizzly remove. So basically when you need to redo your thermal paste, great way to remove it. We also have basically this same kind of stuff from Arctic Silver, if you guys didn't know, and it works great. We sell tons of it. Yeah, Thermal Grizzly fingernail polish. Yep, it pretty much does. I mean, to be honest, it looks a lot like it. I mean, it probably applies the same way and all that, but there is probably a difference to help keep it from being conductive. I don't really know what chemical compounds in this, so. But anyways, so there's that. What do we do next? I can do this. Let me see if I can. These prices are right here, and you. So yeah, they're both $14.95, and I guarantee you, at least the shield stuff will last you probably quite a while. I mean, you apply a thin layer and let it dry, and you're good to go. So nothing too crazy there. And that one bottle should last you quite a while. The remove will last you a little bit, but I don't think as long, of course. Next, we got in the new Alpha Cool. I believe these are 25. Let's see, they are the full copper ST25 radiators. So these, I bet, are the ones that you would probably compare to the XSPC TX rads. We have them in, I know these 120s, of course, since I have one in my hand. I believe we have a 240 and a 360, possibly. So just another nice, really thin rad. If you got a small case, doing some mini ITX build and don't have a whole lot of room, great option. Also something I have not looked at the price yet for. But if I can get this to come up, I could probably tell you pretty quick. And products. FPS is on those. Let me look it up while I am trying to get it to load. Why is it not let me find it? Alright, let me look it up by SKU, honestly. Probably be faster. It is 14352. Alright. These I didn't end up adding to the site, so I really don't know any specs on it. Been doing multiple projects. When Matt was here, we've been working on our desk that we've been talking about here and there. I know Matt's mentioned it in the past. So it's a 15 FPS right here. Is that too small? I don't know. Can't tell. So, and they are spec-wise, yeah, they're 25.5 millimeters thick. So, it's a nice option for small builds and whatnot. Another thing, so that's really all new product-wise I'd like to mention. We did get in new EK 30 series blocks. We got the Tough block in, and we got the Trinity. We have the backplate for the Strix, but do not have the excuse me, we don't have the block. So I'm assuming the block got delayed and the backplates made it here first, but we should probably have them hopefully within the next week or so since we have backplates. Another thing I wanted to mention that we've just started carrying, and we have, I think, probably like 6 or 7 on hand. For anybody that's getting either new into water cooling or have gotten certain cases, Bits Power has started doing these. So this is basically a full water cooling kit from Bits Power. It has the tubing, radiators, fans, the hub. There's a distro in it for the reservoir. There's a GPU block. There's a CPU block. I mean, it's pretty pricey. They range in the 700 range usually. Excuse me. This one is specifically $734.50. And yeah, you would. I mean, we talked about this with Bits Power about the fact that they included a GPU block. We did mention with them that we would, I mean, it'd be a great idea to include everything except for the GPU block, and we could always do a discount when they bought the kit and bought a GPU block together, but I guess they went along with this idea. I haven't sat here and priced it out. This one specifically, if you didn't tell, it's for the Evolve X. And it has in here, you know, some generic information and then the specs. So basically you get, I believe this is probably the pump res. You get 2 radiators, a 240 and a 360. This is their CPU block. So you get a 280 GPU block. I believe this is one of their like Founders Edition style blocks, so it should fit quite a few. Fans, I believe this is fans as well. Or no, these are fittings, excuse me. These are some of their fittings. So you get, all of these are fittings. You get 2 sets of these fans. You get 8 pieces of tubing. And I honestly, yeah, that's just, they do singles, they don't do packs. And a few other fittings that lie down here. The one thing that they do not include, as far as I can tell, is fluid. They haven't partnered with anybody to include fluid, and this is basically a general idea of what it will look like. In their thing, it does say that it's not a complete build with it, but that's generally everything they have. So I mean, for like everything that's there, basically $735. It's really not a horrible price. I mean, that's everything you would need there, except for probably fluid. So it's just another good option. Hey James, got off work early enough to actually catch the stream. So the only other thing I want to mention, and these will hopefully be up by tomorrow listed, we have our UV printer. I've done UV printed backplates for the AlphaCool blocks since they pair them, which is still an option if you buy the AlphaCool 3000 series block we have. You can get UV printing done on the backplate, and I actually think I have it set so it's cheaper if you just buy it through that. When you buy the AlphaCool block, you buy them together and select the drop down, it's actually cheaper. And now that I've had some time, I've actually done, these are the EK backplates. So this is just a generic design that we have set up. This will be an option, and we will probably be running a promo with this. So if you buy the buy the EK 3000 series backplate, it's going to be any of them. We'll give you some kind of discount just for the meantime, basically till probably maybe a week or a few days at least. And then I know for Black Friday we'll probably be doing a special on our UV printing service. The next thing I know I'm working on is doing side panels. So side panels should be an option within hopefully the next week, as long as I don't run into any snags of something. I don't know, the machine not wanting to work properly, tons of products to add, or something along those lines. Do I know when you'll be getting the Aquacomputer parts back in stock? We just got in Aquacomputer last week, but the way they've been doing it, they've been kind of like shipping out parts of our order when it completes, and it normally takes like 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a little bit longer for us to get any of our AlphaCool, Aquacomputer, Phobia parts or whatever, because we ordered quite a few from there. If you want a better estimation and to make sure that those parts are on order, email our sales department and they'll be able to at least get you a confirmation that we ordered it and that's going to be shipped, and then probably even a better estimation of when we should get them. And yeah, James is evidence that our UV printer works good, and it works period. Because we did his Wraith parts. We did his back panel, and we did the back plate for his graphics card. And they turned out awesome. And the build turned out awesome. It's a great Joker-themed build. Can't go wrong with Joker-themed builds. They look awesome. I've seen like maybe 2 or 3, but they've always turned out pretty cool. That's really all I have for tonight. If you guys have any questions that you need answered or want answered or whatnot, so wouldn't someone need to, alright, answered that, Katie asked, a UV printed Wraith sounds so sick. Yes, it does, and actually we will be having a video of a Wraith build in the next, hopefully, month or so. And we're going to do some UV printing on that. I believe we're going to do some UV printing on some other parts that we're doing projects. Eventually, I plan on having it set up so that way we can have some videos of panels and backplates and whatever printed, whatnot. And Steve, if you are interested in if you have a Wraith and you don't have a Wraith. So if you want to buy a Wraith and you want to get some UV printing done, we can do that. If you have any parts that you would like, we can definitely UV print on backplates. I'm working on reservoirs, side panels, basically you name it, we can probably UV print on it. So, could you? Yes, I can print on glass. I actually test printed some parts. Actually, I don't know if you guys saw, we did have a contest. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of people were super interested in it because it was very specific. But we did print. I know this is not going to want to come out now because it was tight when let's do this. But this is, as you can tell, all my lights are in my way. An 011 that we printed, like a blood style Halloween design on it. If you guys didn't see, turned out pretty cool. I don't know if this is going to be a general option that we do, if that's going to be one of the ones that we list. If people are interested in it, then we'll definitely sell some of them. But I'm not very sure on if Jeremy was wanting to list those. He's on vacation, so when he gets back, we can talk about it. Do you know when EK leak testers back in stock? And Cable Mod Pro Mesh. I know we have a Cable Mod order en route. I think it got held up in customs. If you email sales on that one, they might be able to get you a estimation on when I'll be here and whatnot. And EK we order weekly, and it arrives roughly weekly if it doesn't get held up by customs. So with the leak testers, the only thing is, as long as they have them on hand. So if they have them on hand and they ship them to us, we'll have them next week, or could be Friday, to be honest. Because normally when we order, our shipments will arrive either Friday being early or like Monday, Tuesday being late. Unless it gets held up in customs, then it sometimes even takes longer. But normally we get EK every week, and leak testers are something that we order weekly. Yeah, KDS, if you want to hit me up, we can definitely talk about printing on some glass panels. It works pretty well, and for some reason, if you ever wanted to get it off, it does come off pretty easy. Or I don't want to say pretty easy, but it comes off if you use like a razor blade or something along those lines. I do not have any word on any 3080 FTW3s, unfortunately. If you ask our sales department, they might know a little more because they do all the ordering. I avoid doing that. Fancy EK, nope, I do not know when the fancy EK blocks will be available. I know we put an order in for them before even the 3000 series was announced. We knew about them, but we don't know when they're going to be here. Optimus has they have their 3000 series blocks in stock. Is that what you're saying, KDS? Because I know we love Optimus. They make awesome parts. They're great people, great to deal with. But we ordered like their 2080s when they were making them and stuff, but we never got them. They kept getting pushed back, and we still haven't gotten them. I've been talking with some of the people that work at Optimus, and they have been getting a bigger crew, getting more equipment, so they hopefully will be able to kick out parts a lot quicker, and we'll be able to get a hold of them more often, which would be great because they make awesome stuff, and I want to do more stuff with them because they're good guys, make quality stuff. So pricey, but good quality. I feel I'm not missing any more questions. The sys prep, how many radiators can it clean? I am not positive on that. I'm pretty sure if you look it up on our site or Prema's site, they probably have it. Did they ever finish? I do not know if they ever finished the 2080. We never got them. That's the last thing I know. Is I know we had them ordered. We never got them. We did get the heat killer ones, or not the heat killers. We got the Threadripper ones from them recently, but we never got any GPU blocks. And yes, heat killer, water cooled, they're making their 3000 series blocks. I don't know when we're getting those in either. Yeah, Optimus is very short-handed. They ran into some problems. One of the guys that worked for them got COVID. Back in Christmas, last Christmas they had the place that they get their stuff like anodized at burnt down. Then when all COVID started, it was hard to get material, so they had that issue. They hit some major bumps in the road, but it seems like they're back on track and doing good. Yeah, but I think they're on their road. I think eventually they will be on track and have some great stuff, and we'll see more from them. But that's all I have for tonight. If you guys have any more questions that you want to answer, hopefully not about stock, because I only know so much about when we get stuff. I add the stuff to our site, but I kind of stay away from ordering, so I don't really always know what's on order. But other than that, yeah, their reservoirs are really nice. I've actually handled one, opened them up, and they're very clean and well made, and whatnot. But that's it for this week. Next week, I believe it's going to be Matt doing a stream and not me, because I will not be here next Thursday to do a stream. And so Matt will probably do something. I know we do have a video coming out. I think we have 2 videos that are supposed to be coming out. Matt's almost done with one, and then I'm working on another. So we'll have that. We actually have like 3 or 4 videos planned, 2 that are done, being shot, just need to be pieced together. But yeah, any chance you guys would do me some crazy cutting my if you want your front or top panels cut with our CNC, contact Matt. His information is in the description down below. If you email him and ask him about doing it, he can price it out for you. I don't really get to price out the CNC stuff. I don't really know our run times and all that as much. I help cut stuff, and I'm wanting to help design stuff, but too many other projects on my hands right now to even get into that, besides like making our distros and stuff like that. But soon we're actually going to be ramping up distro production and other projects like that. Oh yeah, here, I'll let this mesh show. There you go. But that's it. Watch Matt's stream next week, or video. I don't know how he's doing it. But we'll be back next week with some new content, and stay tuned for any Black Friday deals and giveaways that I have been slowly but surely setting up and just holiday sales and giveaways alone are going to be pretty good this year. One quick question. Do you guys have any standalone D5 pumps you sell with sleeved wires? I don't. I think EK's is sleeved still. I don't remember. There's been so many companies that have sleeved them and then decided to go back and forth. I'm not sure, because I know Singularity at one point had them sleeved and now they don't. I don't know. If you buy a pump from us, there are sleeving options on the pumps themselves, and we can sleeve it for you. It's like $4, $4 or $5 to have us sleeve it, and we'll sleeve it, repack it, and ship it out. And no, I do not have any word on the Aquacomputer Flow Next. If you email sales, they'll get that for you. But anyways, everyone, have a good night.